Ravens taking on the Detroit Lions.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team to just score their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Ritter looking to put it up right away. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Throwing on second and long. Ritter, that's going to be caught by Samuel. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be third down. Now, this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And while you can actually see confidence rising in the unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Working from the gun, Ritter. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. He's got room at the 30.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That was a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's exactly what you're looking for, the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, he uses speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Browns. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns drive it right down the field to score on their opening drive. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal. And it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Not liking the look, they'll change the play. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And off to the races down the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. Nice little juke. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Looking to throw. Dixon. Flushed out right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Brewers. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
In motion, the tight end. Now Ritter to throw on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aleem McNeil, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Ritter now. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. You talk about this Lions defense. They enter this one down to the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Looking to throw on second down. Dixon got his open man. It's Carr. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. The Lions at 8-4 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now an option play on second down. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Off the play fake. Dixon. His throw incomplete. We look at this Browns defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
Now a 2nd and 10. operating from the gun. Dixon. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dixon. He finds his man. Complete. It's Carr. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Off-play action. Dixon. Over the middle, complete. That's Carr. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. At the 7-yard line. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Browns drive about to get started. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Yeah, he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Well, now it's still put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Ritter from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact kept the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Dixon. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. How about this? And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, Dixon. Goes out left, it's caught by Williams. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. To throw on 2nd down, Dixon escaping the pressure. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Lions have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Browns drive about to get started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Ritter now on 2nd down.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. An
Excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taking it about the 1.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career.
And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Point after here coming up. And the route is on here in this first half. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Ritter back to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep, ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On play action, here's Ritter. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's second down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
10 cycles.
Ritter will set up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Down. Fight. 97.
Ritter on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gomez. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Slide blue. Smash red. Ready.
On 1st down, Ritter. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Final play before the half. Here's Ritter. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Browns drive about to get started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
Bootlegging out here. Ritter.
too strong. Down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Throw left side complete. That's Gomez. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Ready. Ready.
Ritter.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Dixon. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick 6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
York now for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Looking to throw. Dixon. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. That ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And we're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores. Probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Desmond Ridder.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Off the play fake. Dixon. That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Dixon. That is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That's good for a Lions.
On 1st and 10, Dixon. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, 58 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
The second down and 10 there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Back to throw, Ritter. That's Samuel, caught left side. Finding space at the 40. Down the left sideline. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Gomez. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 23, here's a 2nd and 5. Ritter to throw it. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the side. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And bulldozing his way through.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team.
There he goes, right side.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. A touchdown on a kick return and now run through the air.
And the Lions are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
They'll try the left side. Jeffers, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here. They hope to move the chains.
Ritter off the play fake. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Black Ultra. Set.
Ritter now.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Set.
Here's Ritter.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards.
And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is,
and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Ready.
Ritter with it after the play fake.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Ready up.
Going play action. Ritter
sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Another
throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that.
And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. That'll go down as an 84-yard punt return. And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Operating from the gun, Dixon. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Dixon. Got his open man. It's Carr. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. Fourth down, big play. Here's Ritter. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt.
Here we go, set. Back.
First down, here's Ritter.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to him. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions looking like they're going to come away with a victory. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Detroit, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to get